Jamari said Drake just ended his career. That's got to be capped because what?
Have you ever tried to visit a website only to...
So the last 48 hours have been absolutely insane. Obviously, Drake filed his first lawsuit against Spotify and UMG, and now he has filed a petition, which is kind of like the starting place of a lawsuit against UMG and iHeartRadio. Basically, Drake is asking a judge if he can do an audit.
Wait, did he actually start a petition? Wait, no, this can't be real.
Obviously, Drake filed his first lawsuit against Spotify and UMG, and now he has filed a petition, which is kind of like the starting place of a lawsuit against UMG and iHeartRadio. Basically, Drake is asking a judge if he can do an audit of their partnership because he wants to see if any suspect activity was going on when it came to Not Like Us being played relentlessly on the radio and pretty much everywhere else all summer long.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When what's that one song called? Meet the Grams. When Meet the Grams dropped, that was a song he dropped like right after Drake dropped, right? Whatever song Drake had dropped before had like, I think like 30K views or something like that. And then Kendrick dropped after him. Meet the Grams had like 800,000 in like an hour. I don't know if it was like YouTube being delayed, but let's be honest, like in their beef, you're watching both sides. Like everyone's watching both sides. Like no one's just like, no, I'm just gonna listen to what Kendrick said. I'm not gonna listen to Drake's response. Like everyone was listening to everything. So Kendrick having that dramatically, the numbers being that dramatically different doesn't make sense. I ain't gonna lie.
It's funny because there are literal senior citizens and children alike who know and reference this song.
Freak ass nigga, you have 69 God. Freak ass nigga, you have 69 God.
It is being played in every professional sports league, both during the game and as they cut to commercial.
Buster! I don't know if y'all should be playing that Kendrick. Y'all want to get a lawsuit up here.
Yo!
And don't even get me started on Drake's feud with NBA player DeMar DeRozan, aka the man named...
Not Like Us was a movie, not gonna lie. No, okay, maybe for like the first like week it came out, like it was like, okay, yeah, this is kind of fire. Like when he did the concert and everything, but the song is like it's gimmicky now. Like it's
part is
I don't want to ever hear it again.
Sideline and trying to mean mug for 3 hours.
Why you clip from him, bro? It's almost 2025.
27 on his head top. But that didn't stop him from uttering under his breath, "Fuck out of here, pussy."
Okay, bro.
After DeMar was already fully turned around and out of distance where the sound waves off Drake's pursed lips would not reach his ears. Drake would later say this during a broadcast about DeMar's jersey potentially hanging in the Raptors' rafters.
Yes, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. That's the answer to your question.
And DeMar would respond.
I'll be honest, that was kind of corny for him to like.
You don't have a long way to climb to take it down, so tell him good luck.
Either way, in this petition I'm about to talk about, Drake is now suing for the mean words said in Not Like Us. We thought that just this one time he wouldn't be lame, but he expected UMG to save him, and once again he's trying to call out that Payola. Earlier this year, one of the artists that UMG has under contract presented UMG with a new song called Not Like Us. Before it approved the release of the song, UMG knew that the song itself, as well as its accompanying album art and music video, attacked the character of another one of UMG's most prominent artists, Drake, by
I'm gonna be honest with you, in this situation, Drake actually does have a case. I'm not gonna lie. In this specific situation, y'all signed to the same label. Obviously, things have to get approved. Kendrick is throwing out things with no proof, like, you know, like calling someone like a P word isn't like really that much of a light thing. That's a very, very heavy thing to say to somebody, especially when you got that much influence. And then like you're posting like a picture of his ad, like his house with like the Predator things on top of it, and the label approves all that. That's insane. I ain't gonna lie. And you guys are signed to the same label. I'm definitely suing my label. Are you kidding me?
Offenders and committing other criminal sexual acts. Specifically, the song calls Drake a certified pedophile, a predator, and someone whose name should be registered and placed on Neighborhood Watch.
Yeah, what?
I mean, I won't lie to you guys, that album art was pretty crazy. Like, imagine everyone seeing the Google Maps of your crib and always thinking about this.
You see Drake on XQC stream? I only seen clips. I I didn't watch the full thing. Like I just seen clips that I don't even know if half the clips were real, bro. That shit was confusing me. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm calling it right now, these two filings are gonna give Not Like Us a massive second wave. Drake was over here strategically planning the release of this lawsuit and petition to try and step on Kendrick's album release, and I just don't think this is going to end very well for him. When someone tries to buck against the machine in general, it normally does not end very well, just ask Kanye. And obviously Drake has a lot of money and access to the best lawyer.
But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there was something like in a nutshell, right? Like if Drake is to win this lawsuit or whatever, I think they said UMG was going to open a case against Kendrick. I don't know how true that is. I just seen that somewhere. He might talk about it in this video.
Has endless resources, both clean and dirty. I will say though, this next part of the filing has to be the most pathetic. Pursuant to its rights under various contracts, UMG has exclusive control over the licensing of Not Like Us, and could have refused to release or distribute the song, or required the offending material to be edited or even removed. Like, dude, are you fucking serious? But UMG chose to do the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit, with the intent of using the spectacle of harm to Drake and his business to drive.
Yeah, but okay, but if they're on the same, they're okay. This is why Drake is probably doing this, right? It does sound pathetic, like at first glance. One, it's already been talked about. Like Drake's contract is up soon. He's either gonna recoup or he's gonna, I don't know if he has to re-sign to that exact same label. But like him being so close to the end of his contract, whatever, you feel what I'm saying? You got UMG doing this, basically promoting the fucking death of his career, damn near. That's insane, especially like how do you say it? Like empty allegations. Like there's really no proof, like anything Kendrick's saying, like he really didn't come with any facts or anything like that. So for the label to approve that, like seeing the whole marketing scheme behind it is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's fucking insane.
And of
that's
course,
insane.
massive revenues. I'm sorry, but this entire thing just reads like a quest for self-pity. Like it's supposed to be a rap battle, my guy, and now your feelings are hurt. Drake did mention Kendrick's family after he warned him not to do so, and so then he unleashed.
Rap music is weird now anyway.
It's like there's no way Drake can believe that this song was actually the most popular of the summer for a lot of—
I ain't gonna lie, that clip already got debunked too. This clip was debunked. This was he was reading a
and
chat.
So then he unleashed.
Rap music.
Yeah, he was reading chat right there.
It's like there's no
I don't know why
way
he used
Drake
this
can
clip.
believe that this song was actually the most popular of the summer for a lot of people. Not Like Us became a movement and an anthem, as many were using the term itself for a lot of big events. And then the LA Dodgers go on to win the World Series. I mean, come on, man. And it's also very ironic to me that Drake wants to take it there when he's been one of the most played artists on the radio for the last 2 decades, and most likely got some strings pulled for himself in the background from time to time, whether he knew it or not. Either way, Drake wanted UMG to hold back this record because it does not mention him in a favorable way. I mean, he made songs about Kendrick being his wife and his best friend being the father of one of his kids, and he released that through Republic Records, who is under UMG. But nah, I guess that's supposed to be different. It's not like those lies could have possibly hurt Kendrick and his career, right? And Drake would totally be doing all
but
this
that's
if
after
the
the
public
fact. Like,
perception was that he won, right? To the victor goes the spoils, buddy. And Drake has to be the sorest loser of all time. And now there's just this stain on his reputation forever, and when that happens, it does kind of change the way that people see a person from that point on.
okay, let me pause it real quick. See, because I think that's where everybody gets it. I think everyone's just considering Drake a sore loser, right? I don't think this is like a case of being a sore loser. I think this is a case of Drake just calling out foul play where it needs to be called. I ain't gonna lie. There was obviously inflation in the views for the entire beef. Like, on Kendrick's side, there was a lot of inflation. 1. 2, they're signed to the same label. The label should not be, especially in like a rap beef like that, they should not be picking either sides. Because Kendrick, if it was the opposite way around, Kendrick would have rightfully so been able to do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. What's the word, Lemon?
Drake alleges that UMG was funneling payments to iHeartRadio for some payola for Not Like Us, noting that they—
like let's be real, bro. Like over the past how many years, how much money has Drake made Universal Music Group? Has he not been the biggest? So it took this one moment, and it just so happened to be right when his contract's about to be up. They're trying to just finish them. You feel what I'm saying?
Only they
That's
have
kind of
all the
crazy.
rights to do
I ain't gonna
whatever
lie.
they want in terms of
That's kinda
where
crazy.
and how this song was distributed. UMG and iHeartMedia have a long-standing symbiotic business relationship whereby iHeartMedia pays UMG to license and collect royalties for UMG artists' songs over radio airplay and streaming services. The amount of money exchanged between iHeartMedia and UMG is substantial. In the last quarter of 2023, UMG, through its recorded music and music publishing divisions, had an ownership interest in more than 60% of the 100 songs listed on the Billboard Hot 100 radio charts. Without its business deals with UMG, iHeartMedia would lose access to a majority of its top radio hits. And so UMG probably holds quite a bit of power over them. The suit then goes on to talk about how Not Like Us was played tens of millions of times on the radio, and that in total this song has been spun billions of times. Drake is very upset that till this day this song is one of the most played across iHeart's various stations, and I actually just checked and Drake does not have a single song on the Billboard Hot 100, despite releasing 12 singles this year. According to one inside source known to Petitioner, UMG made covert payments to a number of platforms, including radio stations, to play and promote Not Like Us without disclosing those payments to listeners. This practice, known as Payola, is prohibited by the Communications Act of 1934. So he says all of that, but then later admits that he has little to no evidence to suggest that iHeart was accepting Payola from UMG. Drake also continues to spread the bot narrative here, and he even cries about UMG allegedly paying influencers to spread this song, like literally every other song released during—
I ain't gonna lie, look, I'm Team Drake. I don't give a fuck. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I'm exposed. It's over with. I'm exposed. I'm just saying, this nigga Kendrick ain't dropped music until this for what, how many fucking years? Drake been dropping every summer, at least 2-3 projects a year. Hey, you can't just come out of nowhere and be like, expect me to just be like, damn, yeah, fuck that nigga Drake. You right, dog. Hell no. Drake been dropping hits for years, every year.
the
Fuck
TikTok
no.
era. Like, I don't know if this is some sort of
Y'all got Drake
newsflash
fucked up,
to
no
Drake,
cap.
but no matter who had the biggest song in this battle, like it doesn't matter if it was Drake or Kendrick, it was going to be a massive hit. This battle was one of the most anticipated events in hip-hop history that was built up for well over a decade. It's like Drake doesn't understand the magnitude of what he himself was involved in, and that's probably why he lost, because he treated it like a sparring session and Kendrick treated it like a championship fight. And so now Drake wants to have his own personal audit into UMG and iHeart's relationship. Petitioner brings this action for a discrete and specific purpose: to understand whether and how UMG funneled payments to iHeartRadio and its radio stations as part of a pay-to-play scheme. Petitioner has amassed sufficient facts to pursue certain tortious claims against UMG, including but not limited to a claim for defamation, but currently lacks factual support necessary to determine whether he may bring claims of the civil RICO against UMG, and basically anyone else who was involved in this alleged Payola scheme. So basically Drake is asking a judge for permission to peek behind the curtain just to see if these claims hold any merit at all, and then he will decide if he wants to sue them or not. To me, this entire situation has kind of just become a massive joke. I think the only worst thing he could have done here was directly sue Kendrick for calling him a PDF, but I guess if he does that, then Kendrick's wife should consider countersuing him for speaking crazy about her. But then we're just going around in like this circle jerk of lawsuits, and I don't
see, but even like Jamari said earlier, it's a rap beef. That's why Drake obviously isn't taking it at Kendrick for defamation. He's taking it at the label. The label is strictly business. They're doing the strictly business side of it. In a rap beef, the label should not be choosing, especially business-wise, either side, especially when it's getting that personal. And it's your label mates. It's a conflict of interest. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like conflict of interest.
Really been what hip-hop is about. But yeah, either way, people are now ripping Drake apart for these decisions that he's made. They're saying that he's soft.
It's kind of crazy because a similar situation I feel like happened. I don't know if like in the background it happened the same way, but like Trippie and 6ix9ine, like them beefing OD, like it was a huge beef at the time, right? And they're signed to the same label. But I don't think 10K Projects really got that involved in like choosing a side for which artist to, you know, do this and that. I think they kind of treated them both the same still. I don't know.
They're saying that he's basically a sore loser. Either way, I
think that is a very similar situation to this situation.
What do you think about this petition? I do want to thank you guys though for dropping a like on today's video, sharing it, and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Widescreen Superman, and I got some other rap lawsuits out here to cover. So I'm out. Peace!
Alrighty. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I'm Team Drake. I don't care, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That nigga Kendrick just came out of nowhere after like what, like a fucking 6-year hiatus. Nah, not a 6-year. He was dropping songs with Baby Keem, but like, come on, bro. Drake been feeding the streets for too long. Come on. You gotta give my man's props at the end of the day. At the end of the motherfucking day. Let's see where the homies at.